Hello, light workers. So this is New Light Tarot, and I'm here to do a collective general love reading for you guys. I know I'm super far behind when it comes to my monthly readings for each individual zodiac sign. Sorry if I can speak, that'd be great, right? But I'm sorry about being so delayed when it comes to those readings. But I've just been really busy in my personal life, okay? So we are just going to do a general collective love reading, okay? But definitely stay tuned for future videos, okay? Or if you'd like a personal, individual reading, then you guys can definitely email me. My information is down below. But let's get started. Okay, so a general collective love reading, please, Spirit. Okay. That's interesting. General collective love reading, please, Spirit. One more time. So I'm going to pull your past energy, right? So what's my collective's past energy? So 2 cards, please. One more card, please, Spirit. Okay. King of Wands in the World. So I feel like for whoever's tuning in, there was a situation here that I feel like needed to... Wow. I just looked at the bottom. The Lovers. Very interesting. So... for some of you guys, there was some sort of deep connection that you felt with somebody, okay? And you had to close this situation out. You guys could have dealt with, what is this? So this can be a fixed sign, right? I see Leo here twice. There could be, if you guys want signs, right? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I see Capricorn here. Or Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, or Taurus, okay? But I definitely see a situation here that needed to close out, okay? You came to the end of the road with the situation, okay? Now, I feel like this was something that felt very divine, something that felt very beautiful. And for some reason, I kind of got a little choked up right here. So I feel like for some of you guys, this was something that was that was very beautiful. Okay, but something needed to end, okay? For some of you guys, it could have been a third-party situation because the Lover's card symbolizes sometimes choosing between 2 individuals. I also see Gemini here. But something had to close out, perhaps because maybe someone was a bit of a player, right? Because the King of Wands, even though he's very much in his power, he's very much of like the sexy, handsome, passionate king, okay? So maybe someone here was being a bit of like, like a player and kind of like getting around. But there was something that needed to close out, okay? So that's your past energy. What's your current energy right now? Okay, there's something here that you're figuring out, that you're learning, that you're understanding. Now, listen, guys, this is a general reading, okay? When I say you, it doesn't necessarily have to be you, the watcher. It could mean for the person that you're thinking of, okay? So maybe someone here you felt very connected to, okay? But maybe they were a bit of a player and you're the one that had to walk away and close the situation out, close out a cycle, okay? Maybe it took a long time coming. I also feel like for some of you guys, okay, if that doesn't resonate, like if you didn't close the situation out, for some of you guys, you could be feeling distant to someone, like from someone, emotionally distant, okay? Someone could be actually at a distance, right, physically. But I definitely feel like your heart's kind of like calling out to them, okay? That's what I'm feeling here. Even though something had to close out, something is at a completion, is at its ending. I kind of feel like your heart is kind of like calling out to this person because I felt like very like strongly pulled when I looked at the Lover's card. And I feel like there's something here that is very truthful, okay? Like you're needing to speak your truth about a situation. So the 6 of Swords. So yeah, I definitely feel like you guys are leaving a situation behind, okay? To me, the Ace of Swords can also symbolize, right, like cutting your cord. Okay, that I don't have it here, but the lovers, they have like a line, like a thread, excuse me, connecting them both, right? So sometimes with our soulmate or the person that we're very connected to, okay, sometimes in order to create distance from them, we have to cut the cord. And I feel like whoever's tuning in, whoever's watching, either someone did that to you or you're doing that to someone. I do feel like it's you, the watcher, that has done this to someone, because I feel like or if it's not the watcher, right, because I feel like it's the feminine that's done that. Okay, masculine, feminine, doesn't matter who's watching, but whoever embodies like that feminine nature, okay, more of the receiver, more of the the tender one, I feel like that's the person that walked away. Okay, and I feel like it's them that kind of like has their guard up in a way, and they're kind of like, not even their guard up, excuse me, but kind of like I don't want to say like giving up on a situation, but kind of like just stepping away from it. Okay, seeking calmer, peaceful days. Okay, leaving a situation behind that wasn't serving them anymore, and coming to that clarity, coming to that truth. Okay. So what is the possible future for whoever's tuning in? I'm not laughing at you guys. That's just really fucked up. So for you guys moving forward, you are definitely going to be going through some sort of healing. Okay, you're going to be going through a dark night of the soul where you're going to have to meet a lot of your demons. You're going to have a lot of heartache. Okay, guys, so I'm super sorry about this reading. But listen, I tell you this, right? Going through the shadows, right? You can then be lifted into the light. I feel like this situation you're needing to go through, okay? This can be definitely in regards to a third-party situation, right? Through Three of Swords. I mentioned that when I saw the lovers. So I don't know if this is a third-party situation. Third party can mean obviously another individual stepping into your relationship. Okay. This could be, right, like your work coming in between you and someone else. This could be friends coming in between you and someone else. Just some sort of third-party energy that's interfering with you and your person that you're thinking of. But I do feel like there's like a lot of heartache due to some sort of third-party influence here, okay? A lot of pain, a lot of depression, a lot of sad days, a lot of heartache. So interesting, because I literally, when I saw those cards with the lovers, I swear I got choked up, like emotional. That's so crazy, because anyway. So Three of Swords, please Spirit. Wow, guys. Nine of Swords. So this situation is really like hurting you. I'm really sorry. Okay, so you guys are gonna have to definitely go through this. Okay, I definitely see for your near future, you're definitely going to be going up through some sort of like healing phase. Okay, I definitely see for a lot of you guys anxiety here. Okay, I don't know if some of you guys, if you're having like a feeling that someone like, I don't really even see it on the table here in the spread. You know what? Before I speak on it, let me just. Okay. I will say about this combination here, there's definitely a lot of like anxiety that you're feeling, okay? You guys are experiencing a lot of like sleepless nights, okay? A lot of heartache, a lot of sadness, okay? But I tell you that there is definitely, because to me, out of all the cards here, okay, there's a lot of like cerebral energy. I will say that as well, okay? So you guys are definitely like trapped in your mind, feeling a lot of heartache. In moments, you're probably numbing yourself out, but I feel like you're really like burdened by your thoughts, okay? Kind of like just like overwhelmed by your thoughts. I will say with this World card though, getting back to what I was trying to originally say, this triumphs all the energy here, okay? So there is some sort of ending of a cycle. So right Wow. Okay, Wheel of Fortune. Oh no. A world card. Okay, excuse me. Anyway, with the world here, right? You're definitely going to be going through some sort of you know what, with this Wheel of Fortune together, right, in reverse, I feel like you guys feel like you're always going through this cycle, okay? Maybe with this individual you have wonderful, beautiful moments where you're up and happy and loving each other, and then you dip down low and you go through these cycles, and sometimes you feel like you're totally out of like you cannot control all of these highs and lows, and maybe the only thing that you can control is removing yourself from the situation, okay? Because you know that in this situation you felt very out of control, okay? You in a way probably feel like you're always back and forth with this this highs and lows with this person, where you're heartbroken by them all over and over again. And maybe they're kind of just like sitting here pretty, or maybe that's what you're thinking about them, like, right? Like I definitely see like Leo energy here. But maybe they're just, you see them as just kind of like sitting pretty, like nonchalant, right? Like that kind of like vibe around them, like that aura around them, okay? So let's look at this world and this King of Wands. Why is this world and King of Wands here, Spirit? Okay. You wanted to totally reverse yourself. Did you guys see that flip? Anyway. So I feel like, and it's very interesting because I mentioned Leo more than once, okay? Now, this individual that you are thinking about doesn't necessarily have to be a Leo at all, but I find it to be quite interesting because the Six of Wands in reverse to me is someone that's very egotistical, okay? And I don't really like using that word like all the time so loosely, okay? But someone that just, they can be like just very selfish, very self-centered. And I feel like sometimes they kind of like are on a high horse, okay? And sometimes spirit or karma or God or the universe or whatever, right, is like knocking them down a peg, or they need to be knocked down a peg, okay? Because this person's probably a bit haughty. Maybe you are, right? You could be the person that's a bit egotistical here, okay? Take the energy, reverse it if need be. But I definitely feel like, okay, guys, yeah, like maybe ego is what got in the way here, okay? And maybe you guys were always repeating some sort of cycle. Maybe because someone needs to face like their shadow self, okay? Maybe someone needs to learn some sort of lesson, okay? They needed to learn humility here. So maybe this is like a cycle that spirit, or a lesson that spirit's trying to teach them, okay? Is like humility. That's what I'm hearing for some of you guys. So why is this Ace of Swords and, okay, Six of Swords here? Why is this Ace of Swords, Six of Swords here? Ace of Swords, Six of Swords, please, Spirit. Okay. So, okay. So I feel like for a lot of you guys, the reason why you're walking away from this situation maybe wasn't just because this individual was a bit self-centered and a bit egotistical, right? It could also mean that, you guys weren't like growing together, okay? Maybe someone was a bit clingy and codependent on the other one, okay? For their own spiritual, emotional, financial, physical growth, right? Maybe not physical, right? Because we don't need someone else to physically help us grow, but, like in all those other aspects, maybe this individual needed you too much, like depended on you a little too much to grow, where they were themselves not able to grow within their own self, okay? So maybe you stepped away from a situation that you just knew that it wasn't going anywhere. It was kind of like, like throwing pearls to like swine. Or what's that quote? It's like a scripture from the Bible. I'm not religious, but it's something about like throwing like the mustard seed, okay? And it's like, throwing it different places. Only certain places will it grow. Other places it'll just get lost and just thrown, right? So I feel like very much like it's kind of like that analogy, if it can just come to my head correctly, but kind of like throwing like seeds that are able to grow if they're planted and watered, right? Throwing those exact seeds on like, you know, like concrete, right? Like it's not gonna grow in concrete. It needs soil. So I feel like you guys kind of like put your energy and efforts into something and it wasn't going anywhere, it wasn't growing, okay? So you stepped away from this situation because you needed peace of mind, okay? Like if this person was, you know, like really egotistical, okay, and kind of like, you know, like serve me sort of king, okay? You know, it's totally understandable for you to want to walk away. So this 3 of Swords and 9 of Swords, please, Spirit, like, please explain this to me. So again, you guys are definitely, I literally like felt my heart hurt. So this is super interesting. So to me, my clarifiers are, all of these are in reverse. And it's so interesting because some of these cards are obviously upright. But I feel like this is so interesting. So I feel like for you guys, the reason why you're hurting here, okay, the reason why you're going through this up and down of, you know, like emotional turmoil, keeping yourselves up late at night, you know, constantly having this individual on your mind where you're almost in a way like breaking your own heart over and over again because you can't stop thinking about this person. I feel like you guys are so desperately wanting an apology. I feel like you guys are so desperately wanting someone to kind of like reach out to you and say like, hey, I miss you. I feel like that's what you guys are wanting, but I feel like currently, you know that it's not going anywhere. It's not able to grow for whatever reason. I feel like you know at this moment right now it's not able to grow, and I feel like your truth is that you need to step away from this. You need to step away from this for your own peace. It's crazy. And, you know, in a way, it's like teaching you humility, right? Right? This is a very humbling lesson. Maybe this is a very humbling lesson even for your person, for your individual, but I definitely feel like either you or your person, or even maybe both of you guys, right? You guys are definitely waiting for someone to kind of like reach out and say like, hey, I miss you. Like a text message, a phone call, like literally something so small and minuscule because the page isn't something large at all, right? It's no empress, okay? It's no king, okay? It's no queen, it's no knight, it's just a small little message, right? And I feel like, you know, you're wanting something from the heart. I definitely feel like you guys are wanting some sort of like an apology here, some sort of communication. Okay, so you know what? I wasn't going to do this, but I will grab a love card for you guys. Oop. Okay, that was super fast. So this is beautiful. Okay, this is a very beautiful card. I do not think I've actually, as of yet, pulled this. So I'm feeling like very Cancerian energy from this, only because it looks like a moon. Okay, Cancerian Pisces vibe. That was just like the first thing that came to my mind. A message for you. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. I feel like that's all you're wanting to hear. And this is a confirmation from Spirit that whoever you're thinking about, whoever's on your mind, I feel like this person is thinking about you too. Okay? And even though you guys have walked away for your own peace, a cycle has closed out. Maybe it hasn't completely closed out, right? Because if you guys are both thinking about each other and you are feeling hurt, you know what? That's actually quite interesting. If you're feeling hurt about the situation, something isn't closed out here. So maybe you guys think something's closed. Only time will tell, right? I tell you this, they're thinking about you. You're obviously thinking about them if you're going to check this video out, right? About love. But anyway, okay. If this reading resonated, please feel free to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Definitely hope to see you guys again soon, okay? Bye.